Chapter 4, Section 1. And yes, I'm recording now, so anything you say can and will be held against you in the principal's office. All right. We're going to start learning about graphs. There's a few things we need to do when we start learning about graphs. We need to understand, first of all, what a graph is telling us. When we look at this graph right here, Trina's trip, okay, we look at the title of it first off, right? The title is going to tell us what this graph is about. It's about Trina's trip. Now, what goes on during Trina's trip? Well, there's a distance to destination. If you take a look on this side of the graph, it's distance to destination. If you were looking at a regular graph, what axis would that be? Your y-axis, right? So they're using this distance to destination on the y-axis. And they're using time on the x-axis. So they're trying to graph out, what do you think this graph is telling us? What would it tell us? Yeah, in other words, the farther the destination, the more time it took, right? It's kind of what it's telling us, and it's a pretty steady thing. What do you think happened right here? She stopped. Could be, but that she could have this reversed around. It's just the way she has it. Took a potty break, stopped for lunch. You know, did something, but there's a time and place in here where they spent a lot of time, but they didn't go any farther. Okay? So, yeah, here. It may be, how many of you go on trail rides with ATVs? Any of you ever do that? No. You guys ever stop and eat lunch somewhere? Yeah. So here you go. Here's your trip. You stopped and you ate lunch right here. So you spent time, but you didn't go any further. So graphs can tell us things about what's going on and what we want to talk about. But we have to be able to read the graph. First, it's the trip, and then we understand what the graph lines are telling us. All right? Let's take a look down here. What are variables in the graph? What do you think are the variables are in this one right here? What's this first graph about? Can somebody tell me? What's it about? Tiling job. Tiling. Everybody know what tiling is? Or on the wall or on the ceiling or wherever you're putting tiles. All right. They're doing a tiling job. Tiles installed is on the y-axis. Time is on the x-axis. What does that graph tell us about what's going on? How much work they get done in a certain amount of time. Okay. How long their work is. Okay. Tell me. The tiles installed. It went to here and then it plateaued. What do you think happened right there? Hallie, what do you think happened right there? They took a break. They ran out. Maybe they had to go to the store to get more. No, it could be the day's over, but this is time that they're installing. So they installed from here to here. All right, and this is what happened during the time. What else could have happened? Had to pee. There you go. They could have had to mix more mortar together. Mortar, okay, they've got these tiles and they're mixing mortar together. Maybe they lay the tiles out and they mix the mortar goes around, it fills it in, right? So anyway, there could have been work in here, there could have been breaks, but this is what tells us about this job. So it says, what are the variables in each graph? Well, we could come up with different reasons for variables. Describe how these variables are related to the various points of the graph. That's what we just did. Okay, that's what we just did. We saw those straight lines in time, and they didn't lay any tiles in this time. It could have been a break. They could have had a break here. All right. They maybe had to buy more tiles, mix, mortar. Mortar. How do you spell AR? Okay. Mortar. Mortar. Whatever. I'm a math person. I'm not English. So, how about mud? All right. So there's different things that'll do it. What I'm going to want you to do is take a look at number 2 and number 3. You're going to do the same thing with. All right. You're going to try and figure out what's going on in there. Let's take a look on the next. That was just one. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at this one. This graph shows a relationship. What's happening with the relationship? All right. I want you to note. It says, note, each additional CD purchase, the total cost increases by $15. So if you take a look at this, we have gone from 1 CD to 2 to 3. It increases by $15. What do you think that graph is going to start to look like? How would you graph that? So if I was going to do this, what would be my title? CDs purchased? Would everybody agree? You sure? All right. CD cost? Okay, we'll call it CD cost / price. Okay, so what are we going to do? Down here? CDs purchased? What's up here? Total cost? L cost. Total cost. So we know that when we purchase 1 here, this is $15 increments, right? So our points here. When we purchase 2, we go up. And we keep on, right here. But what are we doing? We're creating this line, aren't we? Yeah, that one, it's scatter plot. Okay. So which one of these graphs, which one of these graphs would be it? B? You sure it's not this one? Positive. It's this. Total cost, CDs purchased, it's at a straight line going up because... This one right here? Yeah, it kind of looked like me here. All right. So what you need to do on these 3 is you need to be able to go through and you need to be able to take a look and say which one of these matches up with which one. Okay? All right? That's what you guys have to do today. All right? So, what I want you to do is, you got your Chromebooks? Got your Chromebooks out? I will leave this up on the board if you want to read this off the board, but you still need to go through the first 2 and make sure you know how to do this. You only have five problems today. Thanks. That went on the recording, Jade. That went on the recording. Yeah. You have proof.